There's me, there's us. There's them. We live in Dorset. So that's me, that's her, that's them. And together we are the Bear Fam. Right, I'm not sure I'm going to post this because I'm going to make a tit of myself. But I need to offload it somehow. Point one, I feel awful today. But that's probably because of the knowledge I had to take the dogs to the vet. Really shaky. I was really shaky yesterday. Like, you know when you need sugar or food and you get that sort of, almost like a hypo sort of shake? Last 2 days I've been feeling like that. Oh God, people coming. Right, I'll have to come back to you. So as I was saying, I've got the shakes. So if that carries on, I'm going to have to go to the doctor. But anyway, as I said to you the other day, I had vets. I didn't, the dogs did. I don't know what it is about my vets, but I find them quite abrupt. I've tried to explain to them on numerous occasions that I struggle with telephone calls. Look, I know it's bizarre and you'll all look at me like I'm an idiot, but we all have phobias. People are phobic about spiders, and let's face it, we know in this country they're not going to hurt us. Some people are phobic about dogs, and most dogs are friendly. We all have phobias, all right? Mine stems from work. What have you got on your mouth? Have you just been sick? You've been sick, baby? I didn't hear you puke. You alright? Did you not like the vet? Isn't he poorly? Anyway, they insist on ringing me quite a bit. Now, the jabs on my dogs had lapsed, and I had to have to start their course again, or whatever it goes. But I read a huge scientific paper once that said that the repeated annual jabbing of dogs is just a money-making exercise, and after the first course, much like when we have our jabs as kids, they're covered. And the repeated jabbing is just the vet profession creating a repeated income source. So sadly I swallowed that one. It was quite reputable. It wasn't like a cuckoo one. Anyway, so I have a bit of an issue probably with the jabbing. But the staff at the vets, because are just a bit abrupt and a bit rude. I've tried to explain the disability to them, and they've always just looked at me like I'm some sort of plonker. In fact, they've made me feel worse about it than anything. And I'm struggling at the moment. You can go to the supermarket and stand next to somebody in a queue, all but at 2 meters distance. And you can, I don't know, go to the cinema and sit reasonably close to somebody come Saturday, or now, or whatever. But I can't go and sit in the vets. They're still closed. And I didn't know that when I booked the appointments, or when they made me book the appointments. They actually rang me and forced me into booking these appointments. Shamed me into it. When I booked an appointment, I thought that meant I'd have a slot. You know, like I'd be allowed into, one of the people allowed in. But no, I got there today and it was... you'll have to... First of all, I got there and the door's locked. And there was a number on the door saying, ring this number. Which, when you've got 3 dogs on leads, is not the easiest thing. And a mask, which is steaming your glasses up. So I was starting to get myself in a tizzy anyway. Well, I was in a tizzy before I went, wasn't I? I don't actually know where I'm going. I deviated from where I was going on this walk to get away from people. And I don't actually know where I'm going now. I don't actually know if this path goes anywhere anyway. I could be going down a dead end just to reclimb this hill. I'll be about right for today. I've got wet feet already. It's a good day so far. So I ring the number, clinging onto the dogs, struggling because Archie has got this thing about cocking his leg on the, you're in the middle of a shop, it's Pets for Vets or whatever it is, you know, it's got that big supermarket-y pet shop and then the vet's attached. So I'm struggling with Archie, who's got this thing, he likes to pee on the, which I found out to my cost before. So he's trying to pull away to pee on the what's it. Jack's just being a complete dick, as he is a dick anyway. And Monty's like shivering, like almost having a coronary at the thought of going into the vets. So I ring the number and the woman says, well, you'll have to wait there until the vet's ready for you. I'm like, but we've got an appointment. Yeah, but you can't come in. Yeah, but I've got an appointment. No, we'll come and get the dogs when we're ready for them. Right. Okay. But I don't want to stand here with the dogs waiting to come in. Boy, big huff and a puff like a parent dealing with a kid. We'll have to go outside then. Okay. Now, at this point, there's various things triggering in my brain. I'm thinking, F you. I'm thinking Monty is going to have a coronary, literally, by going into that room and being jabbed on his own. And I'm thinking, why did I make an appointment? Why can't I come in there with a mask on? I don't understand. I can go everywhere else in the world with a mask on. Why is the vets any different? And it's just their attitude. I find their holier than thou, stinky attitude. So I left. I said, right, I'll forget it then. And she got another like, oh, for goodness sake, from the other end. Followed by me saying, well, I'll have my Milpro and the Revecto, the worming treatment and that. I'm on this plan. I pay them like 40 odd quid a month for the 3 dogs as it is. And they make me feel like they're doing me a favour. The impression I get is like, it's like the NHS for dogs and I should be grateful for them even speaking to me. So I'm going to find a new vet. That's it. It's about the 2nd or 3rd time that they've really hacked me off and I've just put up with it. So I'm going to have to discover a new vet because I don't want to go back there ever again. A vet that has some understanding of people with disabilities as well as animals. Oh, that was it. I had a blinking argument with the vet. I think it all went wrong when Chunky injured his back leg and they wanted to operate on him and I'm like, I don't think he needs an operation. He was a puppy when he fell off the sofa, do you remember? And they got a bit pissy with me that I wouldn't pay out the 300 quid to have him operated on. Oh, it was more than that because I had to pay out for the x-ray first. And he was trotting around at home, fine and dandy. So I think that's where it went wrong and they decided I was a problem child. I've probably got problem customer next to my name. And then I took Chunky in because he was itching and scratching last year. And I knew they didn't have fleas because they're both all on this stuff. And she tried to tell me it was fleas. I had a very condescending vet who decided to tell me that I was an idiot. So I think Moo's feeling a bit under the weather and that'll be because he's been to the vet. I tell you, he gets himself in such a state. I've never known a dog like it. I'm not overreacting. The thought of him going in there on his own to be jabbed. I'm starting to feel a bit better now I've let it all out. So I told them to shove their appointments up there and I went out in the car and waited for them to bring me the drugs. And I had yet another sort of like attitude session. Are you the woman for the 3 injections? Well, I could be classed as the woman for the 3 injections, I guess, yeah. So, all in all, Should have just cancelled it. I did. It was going to go wrong from the outset. When I'm in a state like that about something, it never goes well. And now I've just walked into the middle of Lawton Meadows Nature Reserve with the dogs. I sort of know where I am because I started a top club, but I've gone in a direction I don't generally go in. I think I'm heading down into the main meadow. A pheasant going. Right, so let's finish our walk and go and paint. I've been trying to paint this dog. Did the first version and the eyes went wrong, so I started again. And it was all ready to go, and then I don't know why, I've just made it too bright. The dogs aren't bright orange. It's meant to be like a goldy gingery colour, so I'm going to have to knock that back, and if it won't knock back, then I'm buggered and I'm just going to give up altogether. I don't think I've ever had two lots. I've never tried something twice and it go wrong. Once, yes, but not twice. Right, I better look where I'm going because I'm going down a hill and it's just full of potholes and wet and bogginess. I really shouldn't have come down here. But there we go. You've had me rattling on, talking to myself for 10 minutes. I did have a couple of you say to me yesterday that good luck with the vets. Well, he went a bit pear-shaped. Yeah, and I haven't got any makeup on. I should have probably put some makeup on and made myself feel a bit more bing. I couldn't be bothered at 9 o'clock in the morning to take the dogs to the vet and put a mask over my face, so I'm talking at my backside. I think I'm going now. Nice to see you, Bear Fam. Hope you're well. I'm going to go and calm down and dry my feet off and find a new vet. Yeah. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll catch you next time. Sending you love. Mwah.